Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Mexican Monster, what's his next move? Well, no one knows. But I'll tell you this. Whatever his next move is going to be, it's going to carry that Mike Tyson influence. You got to understand, his mentality is something vicious. And when I say vicious, you got to take it all the way back to Mike Tyson. You remember when Mike Tyson used to come into that ring? You could see on his face, Mike Tyson didn't care. If he killed you, he killed you. And with David Benavidez, he has that same mentality. And for those who are wondering, why is David Benavidez so vicious? I'm going to tell you this. I think his intensity and his drive to win has something to do with him as a young man being overweight and his father being hard on him, being put in very competitive sparring as a teenager, and that helped mold him. But I'm going to tell you, when Mike Tyson gave him the nickname the Mexican Monster, I think that altered his mentality. And as a result, there's a serious Mike Tyson influence on the way David Benavidez fights. You got to understand the psychological impact. You know, when a guy like Mike Tyson, who's a legend, he's not just some boxer. You know, Mike Tyson is a legend. And he gives you a nickname that carries weight. We know what Mike Tyson represents. We know what Mike Tyson represents. Fear, destruction, relentless pressure when he was inside that ring. And Mike Tyson didn't care. He hit you. You were out on your feet. He wasn't going to sit there and wave the ref and stop the fight. No. He was going to finish you. If he could break your neck, he would. He even once went on record and said something about hitting somebody and pushing their nose bone up into their brain. Mike Tyson was a very violent man in that ring. Now, when you watch David Benavidez fight, same thing. Just crazy. Doesn't care what he does to the opponent inside the ring. And that's why when you watch Benavidez, you can tell that nickname is not just Brandon. It's not just something that sounds cool. For Benavidez, it's expectation for him to be a monster inside that ring, just like Mike Tyson was. I sit here thinking about the identity shift, right? Before he received that nickname, the Mexican Monster, he was a skilled pressure fighter. He had even been dropped. Volume puncher, and still had every intention on destroying you. But after he embraced the Mexican Monster nickname, hell no. He was more aggressive, more intent to dominate physically, and focus on breaking opponents, even their faces, their bones, knocking their teeth out and throwing elbows like he did last night against Zero. He didn't care. He made sure if Mike Tyson going to call me the Mexican Monster, I'm going to get there and I'm going to behave like a monster. Outside the ring, I'm not going to get carried away with too many antics. But when I step inside those ropes, they're going to fear me. They're going to know destruction's coming. They're going to feel that relentless pressure. I'm going to be in the best shape possible, an expanded gas tank, and I'm going to do just what Mike Tyson used to do, knock people out and destroy them. And that's why David Benavidez is a problem. You watch his focus on breaking opponents. You can see after the first round, when David Benavidez is fighting someone, the opponent's already broken. They experience something when those first few shots land that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it. They don't like the aggression. They don't like the physicality of the fight. They don't like how he's breaking them down. But that fighting style of his has evolved big time. His punch output, to me, is higher than it's ever been. I think his willingness to stay in range and engage has increased. And I think his focus on overwhelming rather than trying to outbox somebody has also been a change since he received the Mexican Monster nickname. But when I watch him, like I watch Canelo, you can see some finesse. You watch Crawford, you could have seen some finesse. Mayweather, you could see some finesse. Andre Ward, you could see some finesse. You know, you can see fighters who are dominant and who earn knockouts. But you've seen a little bit of finesse there. But when you watch David Benavidez, you see punishment over the finesse. He don't care about no finesse, nothing. punishment, destruction. And I think there's a lot of pressure of having that name, the Mexican Monster. That's why he fights the way he does. He's like, I got to live up to this Mexican Monster name. And I don't blame him. Yo, get in there, man. Go all out. Live up to the name. Because now, the boxing fans, the diehards, expect violence. The casuals who just stumbled across him, they expect violence. Mike Tyson expects violence. His opponents train for him to bring violence to the ring. I mean, the commissions, the referee, sanctioning bodies. When you think about David Benavidez, you think violence. He is the Mexican Monster. Opponents expect that pressure. They expect all that. Every fight for David Benavidez, he's got to feel dominant. And you can see, I think some of his opponents are intimidated before they get in the ring now. Just like how Mike Tyson was able to capture that before he even got in the ring, scared the shit out of everybody. Benavidez he's done that. But I'll tell you this, Benavidez you can see he's trying to merge his skill with brutality. And they did a really good job in training camp for Zurdo. And this is what made Mike Tyson special. And this is what Benavidez is chasing. But I'm going to tell you, if Benavidez keeps fighting like this, I don't think nobody beats this guy. The only person to beat him is himself. Even if somebody is in there with fancy feet and can move around, box, chicken peck, coochie coo, tickle him a few rounds, at some point in time, David Benavidez catches up to him. So, Mike Tyson created a monster, and Benavidez, whenever he gets in that ring, you can see he is trying to live up to it. Anyway, good luck to whoever gets in the ring with him next, because the Mexican Monster is real. I dare you to say David Benavidez's name 3 times. That motherfucker just may appear. Y'all keep cool, I'm in the breeze.